Man, what y'all got going on? How y'all feeling?
Okay.
What's
Feeling good. No complaints here.
No
Just
complaints
chilling.
here.
no complaints?
Feeling good. Feeling good. Yeah.
Shit, man, hey. Man, I had this crazy experience right before we get started. Man, that was Friday. Yeah, that was Friday. Yesterday. Yeah, today. Damn, they moving.
Yeah.
Weekend, 4 day weekend, gone. Man, that was
Woo.
yesterday. This I was I was downtown. This homeless dude was like, hey, told me raise my window down, hit my window. He say, you got about 50 cent I could borrow? I was like, nah, man, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no change on me. He was like, you ain't got 50 cent? I looked at him like, what this dude always got? He just changed up on me, got a little aggressive. I say, no, man, I ain't got no 50 cent. He was like, man, get your broke ass on. I say, damn. He say, I got 50 cent. I'm like, hey, he stunned me. I was speechless. I'm like, what? He say, get my broke ass home. You homeless. How that shit work? I'm like, damn, this shit getting crazy. Get my
The
broke ass on.
the
Super
hustle,
crazy.
the hustler
Super
getting
crazy.
the hustler getting hustled. You don't know nowadays who's homeless and who ain't.
For real.
Don't for real. You
I
really don't. It's a
yeah.
mess.
I definitely seen a dude at Walgreens one day working, and I ran and I got me a little water. Came back out. I don't know if it was his wife or sister, whoever it was, but she picked him up in an Audi. He was gone in an
See,
Audi,
that's
a new
see, that's
new
what I'm
body.
talking about. You don't ever know who's homeless and who ain't. And I heard a long time ago that people would go out and just dress and pretend like they'll be homeless just to collect money. So
It's
you have
a
to be careful with shit like that, especially here in St. Louis. You got to be really, really careful because you don't know who is out here trying to get some money. So, I mean, I give when I see someone with the sign up, regardless, because that's on them if they hustling me or not. Because you're supposed to, but shit, you just don't know.
yeah, it's a straight
So
hustle.
you do it because you're supposed to, or is that just the kindness of your heart?
It's
Yeah,
the kindness of my heart. It's
Oh, okay.
just being humane. The principle I've always followed is you can easily be in a position. So you
Yeah.
have to be careful.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Shit. I know a bunch of other things I do if I be in that position.
damn right. Shit,
Hmm This is
shit.
this is DJ from Mississippi. This
You
is
say
DJ from
what?
Hattiesburg. This is DJ from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He used to say, "Be careful how you treat people on your way up, because them same people you gonna meet on your way down to the bottom." And so that's the principle that I always follow because you don't know.
That's a
And
good
then
principle to
also,
follow.
yeah, and
That's a
then it's
good one.
always that thing about like entertaining strangers and stuff. They may be angels in disguise. You don't know. So it doesn't hurt to pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Hell nah.
Angels in disguise.
I ain't get
I
hip.
always Have you ever been in this situation, Alchemist, where you in your car and you see people back to back with them signs and you want to give, but you ain't got no money, you ain't got no cash. You be like, damn, I want to give, but I can't.
No, I ain't never did. I ain't never felt that way. Shit. If I couldn't give, I can't give. Shit.
Here
The
you
fuck?
go.
Hey,
Yeah,
nah, for real.
I give when I can.
Yeah,
I
well, I
do.
can't write.
right,
That's
I
it.
do. Now, what I
Shit.
used to do was buy a bunch of food and just give it out. I don't like giving my money away and they're going to go buy drugs or liquor or whatever. Although it's up to them after I give it to them, I would rather not. Growing up, I saw a lot of that. So I'm like, nah, I'm
but
not giving.
it was this one lady when I was living in Springfield, Illinois. She was sleeping in the park, right?
Yeah.
And she wanted like a Subway sandwich. So me being gullible is like, I'm gonna buy her a sandwich. She black lady, everybody see her all in the park. Well, this is what she said to me. I had bought her like one of them steak sandwiches from Subway. She said, they ain't put no extra cheese on here. I don't want this motherfucking sandwich.
Hey,
she
Picky.
said, she said, bitch, you done gave me the wrong. I said, well, obviously you ain't hungry. You calling me a bitch. She like, I don't want this
These
motherfucking.
motherfuckers bold.
Yeah. So me, look, young lady from the South, what in my early 30s, Tell her my age real quick. She up there talking about, I don't want this motherfucking sandwich. Ain't put no extra cheese on here. And that woman know how I like my sandwich. And I'm like, you ain't hungry. You ain't struggling if you picky about your sandwich. So whatever. So that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah, this shit
Well, you
wild.
better than me, Keish, because, Lord have mercy.
Call me out my name.
Is that the correct thing to say? Like, man, give me my sandwich and have a nice night.
Right. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I had
Well, anyway,
ask me for my credit card and everything. Man, I ain't got no money. You ain't got no card. I'll run in there and use your credit card if you got a card and come back out. Like, nigga, what I look like?
People are bold.
Get your goofy ass on.
they be studying people. I'm telling you.
What happened to the world?
Yeah, for real, man.
They ain't great. The homeless people that got ungrateful. So you know
For real, they picky as hell. What the hell?
Yeah,
How you
that's
gonna
terrible.
be me?
Yeah, that don't make no sense. That's
Nerve
terrible.
you sleeping on snow.
For real. Hey, they bold as
Listen,
hell.
it ain't. Listen. I seen a guy. He had instead of a cardboard box, he had a box made out of sheetrock. It was nicely designed, but I'm saying to myself, there'd be a lot of other things I would rather do than sleep outside. I'm not putting down the homeless because, like you said, anybody could be in that situation at any given time. But me, no.
yeah, for real. Hey.
And for the listeners out there, we just want to clear this up because people may see this clip and they're gonna be like, well, these some 3 folks up here, they don't believe in helping the homeless. No, that ain't what we're saying. What we're saying is you can help people, but then also be mindful of the skeezers out here that's asking for stuff, and then when you give it to them, they're ungrateful. That's all we're saying since we're in the holiday season and this stuff is kind of ramped up and promoted a little bit more. That's what we just all trying to say. We give money. You didn't heard the Alchemist, you didn't heard Muada, you didn't heard me myself. So I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, see, I like that, Keish. You gotta politically correct, because what? I'll say some shit.
Right.
But I'm just saying, because somebody they gonna say, look at this bitch and look at these 2 men here talking this shit. Look at them talking about homeless people. They ain't gonna have no look. No, that ain't the case. What we're saying is we just trying to watch, because it's some folks that came across that have been acting a damn fool on us. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that same dude asked me for my credit card. I was like, man, look, you that serious? I was in front of El Magre. How you say it? El Magre.
You used to say El McGuire.
Yeah, right.
You can say the damn. It's this Mexican restaurant we used to go to with Dominique with Trainer. We used to go, let's go to El McGuire. El Magre.
Yeah, them. Shit, man, I went in and got some food. He was seriously wanting my credit card. Obviously, he ain't want to get nothing, but I went in and got him some food. When I came back out, he was gone. So I was like, okay, that changed a lot, but it is for real. Okay, what we got going on today, man? What's the word?
Yeah, I just want to pick
the
up
beast,
on a couple of
always on a leash.
I just want to pick up on a couple of things. I want to pick up on when y'all talking about women and saying that women could be mean, women could be crazy. The last time we talked, I just want to know, what did you mean by that? Y'all had so much to say.
That beautiful women.
Let's talk about it.
Well, beautiful women be the ones that get the most headaches and the most abuse?
That, yes, because I consider myself as a beautiful woman. So what do you mean by that? I don't think that's true. I don't believe in it. But hey, why don't you elaborate on what you were saying? Because I got a lot to say.
Muada look like she gunning for you.
I don't know who she I thought she was saying to you. I don't know.
She came with the
I got a lot to say.
She
got a lot to say, Muada. Let's. You
What?
lost Muada.
Yeah, Muada the advantage. What do you got going on? We gonna have to.
We're gonna have to edit that.
I'm gonna have to send him the link. Can you can't see the link, can you? Yeah, let me I'm sending it to him. Hold up. I don't think he wrote it down. Hold
And
up.
what's the meeting ID? I can text that to him.
Hold on, I'm about to send it to him. Yeah. Let me see. Gonna do this just like this. Hey, make this shit real simple. Yeah. But what's up with you? Keish the Beast? Always on the leash?
Hey, I'm gonna always be on the leash. You know
You
how
go,
it is.
I thought you wasn't never on the leash. You just say you gonna always be on the leash.
Well, always gonna be on the leash with the right person, but I ain't never on no leash for right now. But everything is going
No,
good.
you said never.
Never, ever, ever.
But
on the
then you
leash.
say for the right one.
Yeah, for the right one. Until the right one comes along,
So you a pick me?
I'm a pick me. What
Yeah.
that's supposed to mean?
Oh, you ain't heard of that term? Oh, we gonna have to wait till Rob get back. I mean, till Mwada get back on her.
I
I
ain't
don't know
never
where
heard
yet.
no
I
pick
just sent
me.
them to him, huh?
I ain't never heard no pick me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up. What we got going on?
What's up? What's up? You know, I had some of the southern fried cabbage that I made for Indigenous Day, and it included the chicken sausage that's smoked, and then it had onions, celery, and carrots.
What was it?
Southern fried cabbage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I whipped it up. So I was saying to myself, it may be time for me to go on ahead and just be in the kitchen a little bit more and whip things up on the healthy side. And so
See, you
I
can.
really like my southern cabbage. You don't know anything about that, do you, city boy?
Nah, you can cook.
Yes, I can. I don't like to do it, but I can.
I don't know what you cook. Chitlins? You a Southern girl? You like chitlins?
I did not
What?
cook chitlins. I do not. I think everybody
Yeah.
women from the South love chitlins. I am one of those women who despise chitlins, and I'll tell you why I despise chitlins. The minute I found out what they were, I said never, ever. Because you think about the anatomy, and that's enough. So people say don't talk about it. My uncles tell me don't talk about it. My cousins say don't talk about it. Let us eat in peace. I'm not eating no pig intestines. I'm just gonna say it what it is. And my mom tried to get me to taste them, and you know what? She was like, "They don't taste as bad once you cut an onion in there." I'm like, lady, please, I'm not eating it.
And put some hot sauce up on that thing.
And then mix it with white rice and all that stuff. Yeah, I do not eat chitlins, so I don't want people out here.
Shitlins.
Chitlins, yes.
Shitlins.
Chitlins. I do not eat chitlins.
You
For
don't
the
eat.
record.
You don't eat shitlins.
Nope. No. You know, growing up in the South, you see a lot of different things, and you see how people butcher the hog and all that stuff. I remember when I was young, I saw my first hog butchering. I almost fainted because it's like, what in the silence of the lambs? What's going on? And,
Oh, you saw them actually butcher the hog.
yeah, I actually saw them butcher a hog.
I'm gonna call a vegan community on y'all ass.
Don't you
Alright.
call no vegan community, and don't be saying nothing to Peter.
I'm gonna call.
Don't call Peter.
I ain't level 1, but I know some level 1s. I'm gonna have to get their ass a call. Y'all down there butchering shit. This is, this.
But the pig is the pig a sacred animal for you? Is it a sacred animal to you? Is it sacred enough for you?
All of God's creation is sacred.
I guess. You know, that same animal, a demon flew in it.
A same animal what?
A demon flew in it.
Shit, that's a lot of humans around here. What you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So shit, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, I think I think an animal could become more at one with his natural self than humans.
I guess animal instinct or whatever.
Hey, a demon get into a human. Hey, you gotta perform a
Exorcism.
strenuous, exorcist.
Yes, Muada is back, like Tupac.
I don't know
Tupac back.
what happened,
Tupac
yo.
back.
My computer went dead.
I wasn't charged up. You ain't have it on the charger.
No, I don't
You got
understand. It was on, I guess it was on separate cords or whatever. I didn't understand it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Y'all, let's do it one more time. Tupac back.
Tupac back.
Keisha the B say she will get on the leash now.
Oh, really?
If I find the right one, yes, I will be on a leash with that person. Otherwise, I'll never be on a leash when I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit. No.
I like that, Keish.
I said she'd have became a pick me now. They gon' crucify her.
Oh.
She'll pick me. She don't know what a pick me. She don't know what a pick me is.
Oh.
You gonna find out.
Okay.
They gonna get on your head.
What we talked about? What we were talking about before Muada left? We need to get back on track here.
You don't tell me what to do. Who you talking to?
That's what I'm talking about.
What? Who you think you talking to? Get back on. What you think this the court? This ain't the corporate world.
Okay, Kim is from Kim, the alchemist.
You better know it. Ain't nothing corporate about this.
The BS continue.
You dig? Better know it.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Come on.
So where were we at? What was I saying?
We were talking about your comment from the last time about women being mean.
Yeah, you being a headache. People like
and women being a headache.
Keith being a headache.
Oh, I haven't watched it. I don't remember. I said it particularly because of women, the way women have been raised, the way society has led women to believing that they are more than just human. They're more than the average.
They the prize.
It doesn't take intelligence to be to carry any weight.
They say they the prize and men not.
I don't know what the fuck I'm like. I just saw.
Well, here's the thing.
But
well, here's my thing about it. Okay, you're saying this now. I value myself, and I do consider myself as a prize. I feel like I am worthy of love, and I am worthy to receive love from that man. And so when you're saying that women are headaches, because we ask of you all to do simple things. We ask for love. We ask for affection. I don't get why we have to be labeled as the headache.
Well, have y'all ever asked us to do simple things? For one. All right, go ahead, Muai.
No, you did. You were doing just fine. I don't remember the headspace I was in when I said all that, and I'm not backtracking at all. I should have probably said complicated or complex or something. I don't know, but I said from how I felt at the moment, and I still maintain that women are headaches or head cases. Being that it may, I say that because women have they're very complex beings. They're way more complex than us. We don't have the things that you all have. We don't go through the issues that you all go through. But, again, no buts. You all have your complex beings with complex makeup. So, I can understand you all, for me, women seem to be headaches to themselves. Y'all over-concern yourself with a lot of things that really don't matter.
Or you can't change.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all do a lot of extras that really don't matter, but they matter to you all, and therefore makes your life a little more complicated than you would like for it to be. And if that is the case, if I'm right in that matter, at least, that shows that women are in their head and they complicate things more than they need to be, which will cause want to have a headache.
Okay, to a certain degree, as a woman, I can say I can agree with you in that aspect that some things we do overthink or tend to overcomplicate. But also men do the same thing. I mean, there are some men, and y'all agree with this the last time, there are some men that has these upbringings that are kind of like, I don't want to say kind of like women, but they tap into their soft side too, and they complain.
Well,
I think with men, what the problem with you all is y'all have unrealistic expectations for women.
we
Y'all
have
want
what?
us to cook, you
We
want
have
us to
what?
clean,
Unrealistic
unreal
expectations.
Unrealistic
expectations,
what?
unrealistic
What?
expectations, unrealistic expectations.
Now,
She ain't
I don't
backing
know where,
down.
well, who you been talking to, Keish, but that sounds crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like reverse psychology. Shit.
Right. How many children do you have, Keish?
I don't have any.
My grandmother raised 8 or 9. And a bunch of grandchildren. No unrealistic expectations here, sweetie. I've seen it with no complaints. Literally lived in a house with her.
You said
Was like
8?
kind of forced to live with her at the age of 14, 13 or 14, because I was 13, 12 or 13, because I was a little mannish back then. So
You said 8 kids by herself, or she had a companion
her
or
husband, my grandfather,
grandfather?
yeah.
But my thing is, how do you expect for the modern woman to be like your grandmother? How do you expect for us to have these expectations that you want us to come in, you want us to cook, clean, then you expect us to be a certain way and be soft in our femininity when and I speak for some women, not everybody, we've been raised differently, because by the time it came to our generation, our parents, some of them, they were doing it on their own. My mother was holding it on her own. My dad was around, but he wasn't, as present. So how do you expect for a woman to come into a relationship, you know to be all in and all for you or cater to you when she has been taught mainly to survive on her own? How do you expect that?
Every other ethnic group do it.
But we're not every other ethnic group. I think we all can agree that our ethnic group or our community has been broken because it doesn't have that strong family unit. So we can all agree with that.
Well, y'all imitate the bad parts of every other ethnic group, but what about the good parts? I'm just
What
saying.
parts do we imitate?
The
Wait a minute,
her,
Alchemist, elaborate.
the her.
Oh, if you're referring to my hair, baby, I
I
love
ain't
my hair.
said nothing about your
It's
her.
my SOB. It's some I bought, but it looks good on me.
All right, well, go ahead, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I think the modern day thing is just something that people use and say, well, we're modern, we're different than the women are, than the women were. That may be true in a sense. With anything in life, uh, things change, people change. And we have to adapt to the change. I don't think we should lose our core principles, which makes us a better community, a stronger family, and a better people by sticking to the essence of what was taught. Now, I do agree that some of that stuff we can toss over our shoulder and forget about, but some of those essential things we need to hold on to. And femininity in this day and age is one that those essential things that need to be held on to.
Sure.
Women want more, so it's only understandable that women pick up the torch, or pick not the torch, but play a part in bringing in more income to the home. I don't think that just because you go out into a man's world, so-called, because it's not a man's world anymore, it still is to a certain extent, but women do play a major part, that men should burden all the economic success or economic challenges by themselves, especially with modern day women wanting more. Not just that, but the price of everything is up. The cost of everything is up. So, wash machines aren't what they used to be. Towels aren't what they used to be. House things aren't what they used to be. So you kind of need more income, and that comes along with the woman getting out there doing her part.
And again, to everything that you're saying economically, that's right. But at the same time, there are us who want more and are willing to step up to the plate. But when we match up with a guy that's, for some reason, they're not doing it. They're not understanding that the price of eggs has gone up over the past year, or toilet paper has gone up. What happens there? Because there are some women, we trying to hold it down, and every time I turn around, it's like, give that brother a chance. As long as he's working, give him a chance. So as long as he's working, but he's not bringing enough bacon in for us to survive, that's a whole different story within itself. So when you're saying modern day women are headaches, that's because when we come home and we already dealing with the man, we're dealing with all these different challenges at work, but then to come home, all you want is peace. And then somebody coming in talking about, hey, baby, I ain't got the money. I ain't got the money to pay this portion of the rent. That's a problem.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think you know what you get into.
Because love can't pay no bills. I'm sorry. It ain't never.
I believe you know what you was getting into when you lay down with that man.
Hey, accountability.
To lay down with dogs is to wake up with fleas. So,
hey, accountability, y'all.
Yeah. And I'm not saying modern day as in, I use modern day because you used it. There were always strong women in earlier times, not so distant past, in the 60s, 70s, and what have you, 80s. They were very, very prolific, very strong, very family oriented. They took on the role of going to work and still came home and was feminine and still did cook all the family things and kept it all together. Was it Bobby Wright, D, who wrote it in the 1800s? His thesis. I forget what
sociologist and psychologist.
One of those prestigious universities or whatever. But he wrote the greatest expose on women and how a nation can rise no higher than this woman, and how she's definitely the glue that keeps the family together. We totally lost that after the Big Mama era. We completely lost, not completely, but totally. Women walked into this new movement where they wanted to do just the same as men, and that within itself is okay, but it can be done to a certain extent if a woman keeps her femininity, keeps her essential nature, the essence of who she is.
So was it really
lost for me in this day and age?
Was it really lost, or was it because you have men that didn't support the woman, and as a result, you saw a decline of women losing their femininity because there's no support, there's no backup in the home, and they had to go out and do things for themselves?
That was always support up into the 60s and 70s. What you mean? You talking about the late?
Well, I'm pretty sure that is the case in some instances, but not in all. I think that women saw the opportunity to move away from the stereotype, so to speak, or the cookie cutter homemaker, so to speak, and had a voice of their own, so to speak, because women have always had a voice. There's not a time in history where you could ever tell a black woman what the fuck to say and not say. You understand what I'm saying? Or do and not do. There's never been a time. Black women have always carved their own path and made their own way. So it's not I'm not making a blanket statement that applies to everyone. It applies to those whom it applies to. Some are still holding the culture up, and some are just going the way that they see best. Is that right for self? Maybe, but is it right for the culture or community? Probably not. We've seen plenty of times where there have been cases plenty of times where men have not been supportive. And I think that it's challenging for a man that believes himself to be the head of the household, that may not know how to lead. in other areas besides financially, to sit back and follow the lead of a woman and then have a woman walk all over him as if he is not as important or doesn't hold up to her standard, his standard, or the ideal of what a man should be.
We had the highest marriage rate percentage rise up into J. Edgar Hoover, the cross-dresser. Yeah, sure was.
Yeah, he was that.
Declare war on the black movement and to declare war on the rise of the black messiah. We had the highest marriage rate percentage-wise. And then they reinforced the feminist movement, in which, like, when we grasp hold of something, we grasp hold to it to the soul, because that's just our nature. We feel and things from the gut, and when we run with something, we run with it to the fullest, and it's as if we become possessed by it, whether it be spirituality, some program that they implemented that we grasp hold to. We take it and run with it. And so as a result of that, we got too far gone into that whole feminist movement, that whole my body, my choice movement, in which, like everything else we grasp hold to that's not of our doings, we went above and beyond and got lost in it, while other people's had that balance in which they was able to do both.
But when you look at the social and economic conditions, and I'm glad that you brought that up, you're looking at the fact that around mid-60s all the way to the 70s, our community was introduced to drugs. So who did you find that were more likely on drugs? The black men. So when you have situations like that where the man is missing, you have a shift in family dynamics. I don't care what you say. And then when you have that shift in family dynamics, the woman has to take over the household and assume the man role and have to do for her kids. She has to take care of her children and make sure that everything is in place. She doesn't have time to wait on that guy to come back, because there's no guarantee if he was going to come back or not.
Go ahead.
So when you really talking about femininity and losing, I would say that she probably still had a little bit of the femininity, but it was gone once the man left. You know, I think femininity is something that's birthed out of a man's idea that this woman should be soft, or she needs to be soft. But when you're placed in certain situations, all of that is gone. When you're placed in situations where you have to be mama bear and you have to take care of your kids, all of that is gone.
Now, you said gave birth to femininity, man's idea?
Man's idea of femininity, yes.
I mean, I don't think it was man's ideal, but I mean, it was.
Well, the whole concept of women being soft,
women
being more submissive, yeah.
That was y'all nature. I mean, and then the 60s and 70s, people ain't really in it. The drug epidemic didn't really hit us hard until like the late 70s and 80s. That's way after the Panthers and the whole revolutionary movement has been neutralized, and the get the man out the house movement program and whatnot, the whole destruction of the Black Panther Party, the deindustrialization of the black community, what else was it that the whole cultural propaganda machine intensified its mission to basically get us out of this revolutionary state. So that's when you got the pimp, the Mac, and all them started to come in play, in which we started becoming entertainers, and they started to basically recruit us with money, and at the same time recruit you all with money. And as a result, introduce drugs into the community due to the deindustrialization, in which people basically got into this old survival of the fittest mode. And so now we came to a situation where we don't even understand what exactly took place, and now we just blaming each other. And no one is really looking at the bigger picture of how this stuff all unfolded. They just successfully created a division amongst us, in which we just can't comprehend exactly what has transpired because our people's perish from a lack of knowledge. We don't have that research that we've done to pretty much grasp a complete understanding, or not even complete, but the basic understanding of what happened and what is going on right now today. So we just in a blame game mode, which they still winning because you steady blaming me, I'm blaming you, or I'm trying to get us to see the balance, but one is refusing because it's as if it's a competition thing going on amongst us, or if you feel a need to challenge me because of this whole independent way of thinking, and nah, this something that's definitely been a hell of a tactic that's been used against us forever, and it's still going on. It don't seem like it's getting no better. But
getting back to the original concept about women being headaches and back to women having lost their femininity, how do you expect for us to bring that back when things have changed over time? You can't expect for a woman to not look out for herself and not know her value and her self-worth first, and then expect for her to just bow down to any man that she's involved with. I mean, even with me, I have a problem with it. I think that's an issue within itself.
Yeah, I bow down to Pookie. What the hell you talking about?
Who is Pookie?
Who y'all got all the babies by?
I don't have any babies by Pookie.
Well,
I'm self-made. I don't have time for Pookie in his drama.
I think he was just saying that in reference to the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much as the
right
person, but the mentality.
Yeah. And you bow down in the bedroom.
Right. I don't think men ever not want women to not look out for themselves.
No, I mean,
I don't think men want weak women. Now, weak men may want a weak woman, but I don't think men want weak women. I think men really like the ride or die type of woman. I think that appeals more to men than women think. I think men, I think that men like women who are more supportive, who are more caring and nurturing and loving and inspirational, with a great attitude and aptitude, willing to help assist and aid when change comes. I think for real that one of the main issues is that we have been so fragmented as a people and we've lost our way that we don't have a basis or a foundation in which to move from.
Exactly.
I believe that's one of our main issues. Let's just take, for instance, that we see a Hispanic community and we'll follow the Hispanic community. We'll say, hey, I like their togetherness. They'll all sleep in the same house and it'll be 8 or 9 of them and they will build the money up, the pot up or whatever until one gets a house and they'll fix that up. We won't do cooperative economics for nothing. And we taught the world economics. That makes no sense. We'll see the Japanese or Korean or Asians or Chinese doing something like, so to speak, and we'll say we'll tip our hat to them and we'll emulate them as well. And we still won't do for self. We'll take the Caucasian example and we'll follow that to a T. And then say, hey, look, we'll look at all these people and say, hey, look, these people cry. I'd rather be black. I'd rather be black no matter what. But I'm going to emulate them in every way. And don't realize that you are the blueprint from which they use their teachings and gain their wealth.
They emulate them in all the wrong ways, but not the right ways. Kill a nigga, be difficult with a nigga, be difficult with each other, depend on every other ethnic group. Marimba Anna, the Urugo virus.
For sure.
It's a virus of self-hate. The only way it survives is if is if in a host, in an individual, in a community, in an organization. And the symptoms of it is extreme ego, arrogance, dependence on every other ethnic group, specifically Europeans, non-cooperation with other blacks, distrust towards one another. I mean, and it's kind of understandable. I see why we distrust each other, because it's hard for us to just deal with each other on a basic civil level. That is extremely hard. People it's always an anger with us. I became cynical as hell. But I'm saying that to say that's at the root of it all. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I don't see no hope.
But if we backtrack all of that, it goes back to slavery. It goes back to Willie Lynch and his letter about controlling slaves. So, I mean, none of that has really changed. It's just history repeating itself. And the key thing is, have we learned from history? No, we haven't. Yeah, we haven't. So, when
I'm glad you said that. And I've heard a lot of people speak on the Willie Lynch letters.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't understand why people don't get it. Even if it's fabricated, if it is fabricated, even if it's true, within every setback's a built-in opportunity for a comeback, meaning that you can learn from your situation and come back, overcome it. In that letter, he speaks about all these horrific things, gruesome things, inhumane things that they do to people. And D and I, we used to go around asking people about this stuff. Hey, read this letter and tell me, what is and what isn't. What could you do and what could you not do? What how to change it. But in the letter, I haven't written that letter in over 10 years or so. But he speaks about the situation that they would create would be like a ball circulating in a vacuum. Mm-hmm. And it would last for 1,000 years or what have you.
Yeah.
He said, but our scientists warn us of one thing that can reverse all this or change all this. This is the part that no one ever speaks on.
Nope.
He said, we must be careful and keep a watchful eye of this, because our scientists warn that if these people that we're doing this to reach back and grab hold of something historical, it will break the chain. It will destroy it. You can't pit the light against the dark, the old against the young, the strong against the weak. You can't do that. You can't use it, because they will have something to base their life on. They will have something to base their spirituality on. They will have something to base a foundation to move from. And that's the key thing. We have not reached back and grabbed hold of something historical still. And that's why we find ourselves with these discussions, these debates, these pointing of the fingers, and issues that hinder us from moving as a community right now to this day.
Facts.
But he said it in that letter. If you go back and read it, if any of you go back and read it, the key point is our scientists warned us, if this can be reversed, only thing that can reverse it is if they reach back and grab hold of something historical.
Yeah.
We would rather talk about the history of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Nothing wrong with Beyonce and Jay-Z other than they play for the system. I'm saying that. That's just my belief. I don't think nobody ever reaches that level of and not play with the system.
Yeah, we started with how they did Colin Kaepernick.
That's the transcendental class, they call them.
Right.
Part of the boule. So
we would rather do the history on them than real history rooted in something that defines us, that will help us. People always say, well, why do you want to study the past? What is studying the past going to do? Like, damn, that's like really retarded. Now, excuse me, I don't have nothing against, I'm using the word retard as in slow, not as in handicap. I'm not talking about people. I'm just saying the mentality. I'm not saying it about handicapped people. What I'm saying is that If you have enough intelligence to draw a line from A to Z in this area, you should be equally competent and intelligent enough to draw the line over here or make a comparison. So
it's your guiding post.
A guiding post, correct.
No.
So if we don't study our ABCs correctly or learn our ABCs, study and learn our ABCs correctly, we cannot form sentences.
For real.
Paragraphs, letters, words, how can we communicate? So that's a very important piece. And history to a people is like John Henry Clark always said. It's like the relationship between a mother and his child. A people without a history is a dead people. It's like a tree. It's without roots. It's dead. And we are dead people because we don't have roots. We place our hopes and dreams and ideas in other people's hopes and dreams. You know, I was out west recently, and I'm like, man, we out here caring about cars and clothes and ice, and these people are literally building buildings huge as fuck. Like, think about that. Like, it's like Donald Trump literally tore down half the White House, the East Wing, or that, and spent his own money. You know what I'm saying? The point that I'm making is that we have a lot to build on. When you have a point of reference, a guidepost, a foundation, you can move in all different directions of that. That's what made our people so great in what they call today antiquity or earlier times, because they had something to move from. And when you have that to move from, without the war, without the headaches, without the wars, physical, spiritual, mental, you can move from a place in which, a peaceful state in which you can achieve things that you never believed or thought you could achieve, because you're moving from a solid foundation. So I think that our greatest issues, one of our greatest issues, if not our greatest issue, is that we don't have a foundational base, historical foundational base to move from besides what we've been taught here. We would rather use those celebrities' history as our history, which is a made-up history to cater to your desires and your feelings, to get you to buy into the consumerism, the materialism, the worshiping and idolizations of things that of no meaning or no value other than.
So are you saying that, well, wait a minute, are you saying that that's the reason why, and I guess I'm trying to track, why is that, how does that apply for women being headaches? And what we are today is
have no knowledge of self.
He said it right now, having no knowledge of self. Now listen, let me say this. I am unable to go back to what we were speaking on that day because I would have to watch the clip. I didn't watch it. I ain't watching. But for women, we spoke about them growing up, being told how pretty, precious, sexy, gorgeous, all this stuff is. Once it starts to begin to slow down, they go through all this growing up early on. Then comes the menstrual cycle, which causes a whole nother level of stress. You know what I'm saying? The development of the woman, the young woman into womanhood. Men have similar pressures. Men go through those things as well, but men do a lot to keep it straight up and down, kind of minimize it as much as possible.
But you can't change biology. I'm not
attacking women. I love women. I love women.
And I'm not saying that you don't, but you can't change the biology.
I ain't trying to change biology. I'm not being argumentative with you.
That's the bottom line.
You want to fight with me? Teach the beast.
I'm just saying.
Keep the beast off the leash.
The biology of a woman. You cannot change the way she speak or how she feel. And all of those things are natural causations of what make up a woman. And so at the end of the day, we are going to be highly emotional. We are going to have some things that happen to us, but what makes us unique at this day and age, if you recognize and have self-awareness of where your emotions stem from, you can practice emotional intelligence. Other than that, you can't continue to say, well, it's because of her period, the reason why she
No.
acts.
I was giving you a run up.
I don't need a history book or a timeline on that. I just
you shouldn't. You're a woman, but you said what makes y'all unique today, according to, and I'm gonna say this, and I might get my head blasted for this. The only thing that makes y'all unique today is y'all ass, butts, and vagina. I'm saying that because a lot of women are acting like men.
They acting the same?
Huh?
Well, they acting the same, so I guess it ain't nothing unique about that. But no attack on a woman at all. We just speaking, laying it out.
No disrespect.
Laying it out
I
on
love
the table,
women.
y'all.
I'm not. No. Don't take that the wrong way.
Right.
No.
We here to conversate. We having a conversation.
Yeah, we just having a conversation.
Yeah,
and I mean, I don't mean anything to anyone except for us.
Right. And I understand that we are having a conversation, but let's just be practical about it. When you're talking about and you're describing a woman, what makes a woman a headache, you might want to be careful then when you go into like the biology of a woman and how it equates to her being a headache or her being a problem or her causing some issues in the relationship, because all of that is not true. You have to be mindful of that. I think
what I was doing, you said
when I look at what makes a man a headache, I look at his lack of responsibility to his family, his lack of accountability when it comes down to situations and relationships, his inability to hold his family together. That's what I call what makes a man a headache. You're saying that you said something about men nagging, and Alchemist, I'll give you a chance to talk about it, but you're talking about women who are headaches and how we nag. Men nag as well when they don't get things they want, if they don't get sex, or if it's a job opportunity that they miss out on. They come in with their attitude. You're asking, hey, what's going on? Nothing. And they just continue to complain about whatever they don't have as a man.
We have a number of issues, Keish. It isn't, you said you don't need the lesson. You don't need a history lesson about a woman. I was going back as far as one could possibly go to bring us up to par, to say, hey, listen, women go through a lot. They're very complex beings. There's nothing wrong with being a complex being. We all are. You all are just a little more complex than us. But what I was saying was that if you go through all of these things, if you go through hearing all this stuff all your life, growing up, developing into this young woman up into womanhood, and you have not done the diligent research needed on self, you will be a headache to self, not only to someone else, but to self. The shit that's in your head would drive you fucking nuts, literally. And that can be, it doesn't matter if you're light, dark, cute, ugly, or whatever. That could be a man too. That's just not a woman thing. I just said that men kind of minimize or leave it straight up and down. They do. I'm not justifying what men do or don't do. I'm agreeing with you that would be a headache for me if I was a woman, if I were a woman and I was in a relationship with a man and I had this idea of what a man should be and he wasn't held up to that he wasn't holding up to that standard. That would probably be a headache for me too. We're all human beings. I'm not taking the humanity out of it. I'm not pointing a finger in a dog way or not dog way. I'm saying when we don't understand ourselves, our situations, and all that we've been through, we are headaches, not only for ourselves, but for the people we're in relationship with. More so, women, being emotional beings, have a greater sense of internalness than men. Women, it takes you all a lot longer to get ready. It takes you all a lot longer to look pretty and so on and so forth. Just think about this. A man, he gonna cut his hair, line the shit up, boom, we go. A woman, she's like, no, that one strand over here don't look right. I got to put more on this side to balance out this side, or I need more eyelashes for this and more lipstick for this, too much foundation over here. That's adding a bunch of shit onto God's creation. My fingernail over here don't look as right as the ones over here. So I'm saying that right there within itself should be like, what the fuck? Like a man to look at you like, are you crazy? Like, can you just put on some clothes and let's go? Hell no, I can't walk outside looking like this. I was like, what the fuck? You going to the store? I'm not saying you shouldn't look your best. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be presentable. I'm saying that women think and emotionalize a lot more than men do. Now, men come from women, so we have a lot of that in us. But we have learned in society to minimize a lot of that stuff and keep it as straight up and down as possible, which could be an issue for us because we don't express a lot due to that not having that outlet. We're not bashing women. This is not a bash women. This is let's understand women better so we can have a greater connection. And if that means uncovering some shit that doesn't feel comfortable, doesn't feel real or whatever.
They said it though. Y'all said men don't nag more than women. Let's cut the bullshit.
I agree.
Y'all said we don't. Y'all say we don't have emotional intelligence because we don't voice our emotions. We don't express ourselves. So that speaks volumes to us not nagging. That's the whole thing that's being said. That we don't express ourselves. So we don't say much. If that's what y'all saying, because that is what y'all saying. So with that being said, y'all express yourselves. Y'all emotional. Y'all gonna switch. Y'all gonna move with the wind at times, especially during certain times of the month. So if here it is, you all can be a little toxy-turban sort of way of speaking because of the emotional aspect of you all nature. How is it that we do just it's as if you're saying we equally nag, which is not the case. And as far as men not being involved, they say black men are the most involved in kids' lives than any other race. And we not the ones that have the men don't divorce women like women divorce us. And most of the time when the divorce is issued or when someone's filing the divorce papers, it's coming from you all, and it's all for fixable reasons. It's statistically proven.
How do you define fixable reason? Infidelity.
Fixable reasons meaning he's boring. He don't take you out as much. He's not as romantic as he used to be.
Hold on. He's not what, D?
He's not as romantic as he used to be.
Romantic?
Come on, Dominique.
They want you to be a Roman.
No.
They want you to, if you don't do what the Romans do, then you're not romantic.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Wait a minute. So
say wait a minute.
That are fixable, but what about some things cannot be fixable? Knowing that you can go out and screw this woman and then bring me something back, no, that's irretrievably broken. There's nothing you can do.
Can I say this?
Looking at the statistics, the divorce rate is not because of infidelity.
Right.
That's not the reason why majority of the divorces happen or the women filing for divorces. So
there are outliers. Even with I've read the statistics myself. There are outliers where people have chose to walk away from their marriage because infidelity and because of the fact that
for the most part, I go online right now and pull it up. It ain't for infidelity. For the most part, is reason why they filing for divorce. What I'm saying is I've read the same statistics you read, and I'm not discounting what you're saying. Right. But what I am saying is there is an outlier with the data where it shows there is infidelity also. So when you're going out doing something you ain't got no business, that's it. We ain't got there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to do. You can't make me stay in a marriage when I know that you could knowingly expose me to something I can't get rid of. And they say you all are y'all may cheat different, but they say you all statistically, you all cheat the most.
Oh, for sure.
And not only that, but when you're looking at what was that? I lost my thought. It's gonna come back to me. Go ahead. It's gonna come back to me.
You
But
were a thought.
I want you to. I left on that note though. Y'all cheat the most statistically.
You were a thought. You were a thought.
Most marriages break up due to economic issues. I think that ego plays a major part in all of it. I think that both parties
self-hate.
I think the reason why in both cases both parties go out with others is due to a lack of whatever it may be they're not getting at home. I don't think for the most part that people just go out and say, let me just go out to fuck just to be fucking. I mean, at some point when you're a kid and that nature early on in life, probably so. Mid to later on, I don't think men just generally want to go out and just fuck everything they possibly can fuck, although our nature is to conquer.
Look, hello, bro. Hold your thought. Let me get before I forget.
Just want to go out and just have sex with a bunch of random women after they reach a certain age, I should say anyway.
No. In Kentucky, they implemented a new law to where automatically if a married couple separate, it's 50-50. There's no more incentives in divorce in Kentucky.